for the making. No. If it had not been for the beating, I would have never knew how anointed I would be. Oh yeah. If it had not been for the pressing, I wouldn't be able to walk into my destiny. He's preparing me, preparing me, preparing me for greater. I feel a shaking in the spirit. I feel a beating in the spirit. Oh, I feel a pressing in the spirit, preparing me for greater. I feel a shaking in the spirit. Oh, I feel a beating in the spirit. Oh yeah, I feel a pressing in the spirit, preparing me for greater. If it had not been for the shame, I never would have been ready for the making. If it had not been for the beating, if it had not been for the beating, oh, I would have known how anointed I would be. If it had not been, if it had not been for the praise, I wouldn't be able to walk. Yes, He's allowing it to. Oh, He's preparing me for my greater. Yeah, I feel a shaking in the spirit. I feel a beating. I feel a beating in the spirit. I feel a pressing. Oh yeah, yeah. He's preparing me for greater. Yes, He is. I feel a shaking. Oh yes, yes I do. I feel a beating. I feel a pressing. Oh yeah. He's preparing.
Good evening, and welcome to the Life You Imagine radio show. I am Sakia Smith, and we are the Life You Imagine radio. We have a great show for you today. We have two wonderful guests. We have Antoinette Scott and Harriet Freeman, as well as our host minister, Minister Maria Terry. We're going to get started with the prayer. Jehovah, I thank you that what is impossible for me is possible for you due to the merits of Jesus Christ, my Savior. Please help me to trust in you in all things and not have confidence in my own abilities and resources. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. We're going to do a scripture reading from Matthew 19:26. But Jesus looked at them and said, with men this is impossible, but with God all things are possible. We have two guests today. Our first guest is Antoinette Scott. Antoinette, are you here with us today? Antoinette? Okay. Harriet, are you here with us today?
Yes, I'm here.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. Can't complain.
That's awesome.
Okay. So I'm going to read your bio, and then we'll get started, okay?
Awesome. Okay.
Okay. So Harriet Freeman has helped hundreds of thousands of people generate wealth, not debt. She is one of the most trusted financial authors. Harriet is regularly featured in the media. She has appeared on ABC, Fox, and CBS. She has been featured in several major publications, including Forbes, The Wall Street Journal, Business Insider, U.S. News and World Report, Today, Time, The Fiscal Times, The Washington Post, Huffington Post, Associated Press, Shape, and more. She has been a contributor to Investopedia, Credit Donkey, PBS, and The Dollar Stretcher. Harriet Freeman is the creator of the How to Get Out of Debt, Get an A credit rating for free book, which offers her simple financial strategies to change or improve anyone's financial life. She has provided financial seminars nationwide to various audiences. A renowned financial speaker, Freeman regularly presents seminars to Fortune 500 companies, universities, civic and social organizations, and national conferences. She is the founder of H.E. Freeman Enterprises, a company that teaches financial concepts by simplifying complex terms and formulas. Let's give a great welcome to Harriet Freeman. Good evening, Miss Freeman.
Good evening.
So how was your week so far?
It's okay so far.
Okay, that's good. I got a house full of sick people. My husband just got sick. My daughter is sick.
No.
My son is sick. So it's just me and one other son, and we're fighting.
Oh,
trying to stay
no.
away from everybody. So my week has been rough. Today, everybody's calling me, Mommy, I'm sick. I don't feel well. Babe, I'm sick. I'm like, okay, here's some Theraflu, some orange juice, and I'm going in the garage. Give me about an hour. I'll be back. Okay, so you're going to tell us about credit and debt. I know a lot of people will need you after the New Year start because we spend all that money on holiday shopping.
Yes, it's a madhouse. I try to avoid the malls as much as possible during this time because people just lose their mind. And I get it, Christmas makes people want to give, but you should never go into debt to give someone a gift.
I agree, because at the end of the year, you're paying it off. Like on 2019, you'll be paying off the gifts.
The whole year. And so you spend the whole year paying off the debt from 2018, and then when 2019 comes, you're doing the same thing. So we have to stop becoming consumers, and we have to become manufacturers.
I like that. So how do we become manufacturers?
We have to invest. We have to start our own businesses, or we have to invest in other profitable business. Create a retirement account. Invest in the stock market. You can purchase real estate. You can invest in art. You can purchase collectibles, jewelry. There's so many things you can invest in. So we really have to start doing that.
Art. Some art. Okay. My pictures come from Family Dollar, so I'm going to have to invest in some other artwork that's going to make me some money, right?
A little bit higher price point.
Okay. I'm going to work on that. I'm taking my notes, so I got to invest.
Okay, yes. So there's so many different things, and you should never have one stream of income. You should have multiple streams of income.
Okay. My mom lives by that. She lives by that. I'm still learning that, but my mom, she lives by the multiple streams of income. She always tells me that, no, girl, you got to have more than one stream of income. I'm like, okay, Mom, I'm going to work on it. I'm newly retired, so as soon as I start getting some retirement income, I'll work on some other options.
Okay.
Okay, so tell us about How to Get Out of Debt, Get an A credit rating for free, your book. Tell us about that.
Yes, so I wrote the book because when I was in college, I was having too much fun. So by the time I graduated, I had 13 credit cards.
Whew.
Yeah. 13 credit cards. And so everything was fine because I graduated, I had got a job, and I was making the payments, but then I lost my job. So that's how my financial nightmare started, and that's how I was introduced to this maze called the credit system and credit scoring. And so I lost my job, but I was able to regain employment, and I also got a part-time job. I put myself on a strict budget. I didn't go out to eat. I didn't buy any new clothes. I didn't go shopping. I didn't go to the hairdresser. I didn't do anything except strictly focus on paying down my debt. And it took about 4 years, actually, to pay off all the debt because my debt at the time was $19,000 and my salary at the time was $21,000.
Okay.
So it took about 4 years to pay off everything, but then I was able, I went on to, my credit score increased greatly. I went on to get a car, purchase a home, and then start my business.
Okay. Okay. So it works. It's going to get us somewhere. We just got to follow the
Yes,
program.
yes, but it's hard, and people don't like to people don't like change, and it's uncomfortable. And when something is uncomfortable, people don't want to stick with it. But you
Right.
know, you have to make a change. You can't continue to do what you're doing because it will lead you to a financial crisis or a filing bankruptcy or filing foreclosure, and you don't want that. So you have to make a change, a permanent change in your lifestyle. You have to change how you think about money. Money is not something that you spend. Money is actually something that can help you grow wealth. And so
Right.
we have to, like I said, we have to stop being consumers and start being investors and manufacturers.
I definitely agree with you. So did your parents teach you about credit and debt?
No,
when you were younger?
no, not at all. Not at all, no. Nope. Didn't learn it in school, didn't learn it from my parents. I actually learned it from my grandparents. They didn't formally teach me, but I watched their behavior, and I remember their behavior as a child. Even my grandfather was an entrepreneur, and he had several businesses. And so I remember as a little girl, he would have me writing checks, paying out his bills for him, you know, balancing his well, at that time he had checks, so balancing his checkbooks. And so I remember doing that as a little girl, and I remember watching him, I watched him with his business transactions. He took me everywhere he went, and I remember anytime he wanted to buy a car, he would pick out the car, say this is what he wanted on the car, and he would pay cash every single time. So I remember that as a little girl, and so, you know, I had my hiccups when I got into college and after I graduated, but I remembered those experiences, and so those helped me to, you know, be able to effectively manage my finances.
Okay. I'm gonna have to put some of that in play over here because I know my mom. She just blew money, and it was just like work, and the multiple streams of income, and spend as much as you earn. And I was like, okay. So I did that when I got grown too. I made a lot of money at a young age because I joined the military at 17. So I had a lot of money really quick, and I didn't really understand what credit was because no one really explained that to me. So
Sure.
My first credit transaction was phones. That was when Nextel had came out with those walkie-talkie phones. And so I bought 5 phones. And they had like the walkie-talkie so you could just chirp and start talking to someone. So that was like a way to keep in contact with my boyfriend. So I bought my boyfriend a phone and his best friend a phone. I think I bought the other best friend a phone and then me and my best friend phones. Because they was like, oh, you can get all these phones for free. I said, okay. So I bought all these phones, and then the phone bill came, and it was like $350. I was sitting there waiting. I think I've messed up something here. So I was trying to get phones from people and give them back. I'm like, I don't want to pay $300 a month for a phone bill.
Right.
So I just didn't have any, like, knowledge or experience with watching other people pay on bills like that. And then I got an apartment because I had gotten pregnant. And so my mom was like, well, if you're in my household, you got to do what I say. And I'm like, well, I'm grown with my own baby. So I jumped out and got an apartment in like a week. So I'm packing up and having to go buy furniture and start paying bills like immediately with a brand new baby. And that was very difficult because, again, I didn't have a structured plan of how I was going to be responsible for paying the bills and taking care of stuff. And I didn't really know what like electric and water that you had to pay for that stuff. So it was really a very, very good eye-opener at 18 because I was living on my own. Like I said, I had phones and a car note. And I was like, oh, I could afford all this stuff until they started saying, oh, well, you owe me some money and calling my phone every day. And I'm like, wait a minute now. I have to figure out another plan. But I didn't do credit cards because right now I only have 2. One of them closed because I didn't use that one. My jewelry account, I had got that like 4 years ago, and they just sent me a letter saying that due to inactivity that they were closing my account. I was like, well, that's not good. I needed that. So I guess I opened up something else to give me a line of credit. But, yeah, I think it will be important. Do you know of any programs where they offer that, like, to children Because I think if we teach them at a younger age, it'll help break up some of the us get grown and fall on our faces.
What do you mean? Offer what with the children?
Like a credit class, or at least teach them the difference between credit and debt, and like what you were saying, to start investing young.
Not really. They have different small, like, grassroots organizations, but not anything national where you could send your child. You probably can look in, like, your local newspaper for, like, camps. They may have, like, an investing camp, or a math camp may incorporate investing concepts or money management or economic concepts. So that's something you could Google. But there's not, like, there aren't, like, national organizations that provide that.
Okay.
And it's not in school either, so that's a big problem.
Yes, definitely, huge problem. Okay, well, thank you. Can you share with us the importance of generating wealth now?
Yes. Well, this administration is a little rocky, so we don't know what's going to happen from day to day, and so this.
Yes.
is even more important. I cannot stress enough that you have to spend less than you earn, and you have to save for a rainy day. You have to create an emergency savings account, or just a savings account, period, because you don't want to be unprepared. You could lose your job could downsize, your hours could be reduced, you may lose your benefits, you may have a salary reduction, you could get sick, someone could pass away, anything can happen. The company could go bankrupt. Anything can happen. So you want to have at least enough money in a savings account to cover your bills and monthly expenses for 6 to 12 months. Preferably, up to 18 months if you are in an unstable industry, or if you don't have a retirement account or any type of savings. But at least 6 months savings to start with, and then, maybe even a year's worth of savings, so that if something happens, you have some cash to fall back on until you are able to regain employment.
Okay, so you said 6 months savings starting off, and then work up to 1 year worth of salary and savings.
Yes.
Okay. All right, taking my notes.
Okay.
Okay, and how do we order your book, How to Get Out of Debt?
So it's on Amazon and Barnes & Noble, and it's also on iTunes.
Amazon, Barnes & Noble, iTunes. Okay. Okay. Do you have any upcoming events?
Not anything for the rest of the year. I'll start working on my schedule and finalizing things for next year. So I will keep you updated with new events for next year.
Okay. And you can just post them in our group
okay.
that you became a member of today. You can post them there, and we'll share them and add them to the calendar.
Okay. Well, actually, one event I do know I will be at is the Congressional Black Caucus Office Pavilion.
Okay.
So I will be there giving a seminar and book signing. That'll be next year, in September sometime.
In September. Mm-hmm. They did that at the convention center, right?
Right, at the convention center.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because me and Mommy went up there this year.
Oh, okay.
It was really nice. There was a lot of people there.
Yeah, I was there this year. I gave a seminar this year too, or I spoke on the panel this year. Mhm.
Okay. That's good. Yeah, that was my first time going. I think that was Mommy's second. That was her second year going, but it's my first. So I really enjoyed it.
Okay.
And can you tell us something? So if we mess up our credit and we have 10 credit cards, how do we start to repair the credit?
So the first thing you need to do is take an inventory of your situation. You need to sit down with software like Mint.com or Page on Mint.com, Mint.com. or Quicken or any kind of money management tool or an app on your phone. All phones have like all kinds of apps.
Okay.
And just do an inventory to see where you are right now. Write down write down every account that you have. Write down the interest rate, the monthly payment, and the total amount of debt that you owe. And then look at how much debt you owe in total. And then you want to make a list of all of your financial goals you want for yourself. You want to increase your credit score? Do you want to buy a home? Do you want to start a business? Do you want to refinance? Do you want to purchase an auto? Write down your financial goals. And then you need to look at your budget. And once you look at your budget, you need to see if there are any areas where you can reduce spending, eating out or shopping or sporting events or going to nightclubs, whatever that is. Find ways to reduce spending so that you increase your cash flow and have enough money to pay off your debt. And once you pay down your debt, that helps increase your credit score.
Okay. Now, when you pay down the debt, do you pay it like completely off? Or do you just
yes,
pay down
you should want to live a debt-free life. So, yeah, you definitely should want to pay all the debt off.
Okay. Now, how does that affect your credit score? Because the reason why I'm asking is I had a credit card and it had a $6,000 balance or limit.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that they were, someone was telling me that it had to be like up under the 33% or something.
20%.
So I paid it down. You said 30%?
20%.
Okay. So I paid it down to... Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You paid it down to...
So I paid it down to like $1,500 left. And that was one thing that was spent on it. But then my credit score dropped. So I got confused because I was like, I thought I was doing a good thing.
No, it didn't drop because you made a payment. It dropped because of some other reason.
Okay. So
it doesn't drop because you make a payment. It drops because of some other reason.
Okay.
So one of the factors of your credit score is the total amount of debt that you owe, and then your credit score also takes into consideration your debt utilization or your credit utilization. So that means the percentage of your credit limit that you're using. So for your credit card, it was $6,000, and you have to keep your balance at 20% or less of the credit limit.
Okay.
And so if you go anything above that, your credit score will decrease.
Okay. So stay under the 20%. Okay.
Right. And your credit score fluctuates every day. So just because your score went down that particular time, it may go up the next day or the next week or the next month.
Really?
So don't get so excited if you see your credit score drop, because it fluctuates all the time because they get data and payment history and payment activity from multiple sources. And so your credit score is constantly fluctuating. So look at your score, wait like a month or so, and look at it again and see if it's still going down. Then you need to find out why it went down, and you can actually call the credit bureaus and ask them. I noticed a drop in my score. Can you explain to me why it went down? And they can explain to you why the score dropped.
Okay. So I'll definitely do that next time, because I was just like heartbroken. I was like, oh my God, I paid the bill and then it dropped my credit score more. I don't know what to do. So I'll research. I'll research for the next time.
Right.
I'm learning so much.
Oh, awesome.
Okay, so we got how to keep the credit limit down with the credit cards, and we're going to live a debt-free life, so we're going to pay off everything completely.
Yes.
We know where to get your
and I'll just add to that. So previously, before the government shut down in 2011 and before the recession in 2008, you could use your credit card, anytime. You can max it out. No, it wasn't a big deal as long as you were making payments. But since that happened, lenders and credit card companies are more have stricter guidelines for approval and for how you need to use your credit card and how to pay back debt. And so because of that, that's why I mentioned the limit. I mean, the balance has to be 20% of the limit, and a lot of other different guidelines that they have in place. And so now you have to make it seem as though you don't need your credit. When previously you could just use it as much as you wanted to. So that's something that people need to be aware of. So all of the people that are going out charging Christmas gifts, your credit score is going to tank. It's going to go down until you pay that debt down.
Okay. Hope y'all out there listening while y'all out there shopping. Pay cash or not get so much expensive gifts.
Yes.
Pink and scores. Okay, so we're going to change topic just a little bit and get to know a little bit more about Harriet. So what music helps you get out of a rough spot? Like, what are your, some songs? Because I know for me, when I'm in the mood, music will get me out of whatever I'm going through. Do you have any songs like that?
I do. I have some on my Spotify. I have a whole list of inspirational songs. Like earlier today, I was listening to this song "Beautiful" by Miley Music. I listen to inspirational songs and gospel music, just to uplift me and keep my spirits going. And then I also, in addition to reading my Bible and praying and meditating, I read inspirational articles or inspirational books. Things like that.
Articles and books. Okay. And what's your favorite color?
My favorite color is pink.
Pink. I love pink. I am all about pink.
Yes.
I had pink hair a couple of weeks ago, and then I got purple hair.
Oh my goodness.
Stuff.
Well, I have pink pajamas, so.
Okay. I love pink.
And I have pink pillowcases and pink
pink
sheets on right now.
Okay. So she got an all pinked out room and pink PJs.
Yes.
Throwing it up. Okay.
And I have a pink wallet.
Okay. I like that. My mom, when she came down the last time, she bought me some pink boots. And where I'm in Florida, so it doesn't get that cold down here. But it's been 50 degrees and 45 degrees, so that's freezing to us. So I'll be wearing my boots. Everybody's like, "Oh, I love your pink boots." I was like, "I do too. I'm gonna have to get some more when I go home." So, what are some of your hobbies?
Hobbies: I love reading. I love dancing. I love traveling. And just, having fun, spending time with my family and friends.
Okay. So you like to travel. I love traveling, too. But I got to find a debt-free way to travel. Right now I'm paying on 2 cruises. And I'm like, oh, my goodness. The plan was to pay them in installments every pay period. And, of course, it didn't go as planned. So now I'm in a crunch to, pay off 1 cruise by January the 1st. And I was like, $2,000 on it. It's going to happen.
Wow.
But, yes, I got to figure out another way to travel.
Yes.
My husband be
well, what you can do is, so when you're saving, there's multiple ways to save, but one way to save is to put all of your money in one savings account. Another way to save is to have multiple savings accounts if you can manage it. So maybe have 1 or 2, maybe have 1 for an emergency savings and then 1 for vacation or home repairs or whatever it is you need the money for. And then that way, you make sure you don't have to go into debt to have fun or to do whatever you need to do for yourself.
That makes a lot of sense. Okay, I'm going to tell my husband, I'm going to wake up my sick husband when I finish and be like, babe, I figured it out how we going to go travel next year.
Yes, and then if you use online banking or you can do automatic paycheck deduction, and just take the money right out as soon as you get paid or as soon as you get your pension or what have you. Then you don't even think about it, and it makes it much easier to save that way.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. You know what? I think my mother-in-law has something like that, because she does something for Christmas every year, and I guess they take out some money from her check every time she gets paid, and then at the end of the year they give it to her in, like, I think she said in, like, September. They give her all the money that she saved up, and then she calls and gets the kids everything they ask for. Okay, I'm going to have to ask her more about that. Thank you.
Yes, sure.
So we know your hobbies, we know your favorite color, and we found out that you like to dance. I can't dance for nothing. What else do you want the listeners to know about living the life you imagined?
I want them to know that anything is possible with God. Like, no matter what your situation, no matter what you have been through, what you are going through, anything is possible with God. You have to first believe, and then you have faith, and then you have to do the work. You can't just say, oh, I want to get out of debt, and don't do anything. Like, you actually have to take action and take steps to achieve your goal, whatever that might be. Getting out of debt, going on vacation, you know, planning for retirement, redoing your house, whatever that may be. You have to create an action plan. You can just do small steps. Create an action plan of what your goal is, and then take those steps to achieve it. If you don't know how to start, there's research on the internet. You can get books like mine, How to Get Out of Debt, Get a Net Credit Rating for Free. There's TV shows, financial TV shows, financial radio shows, you know, the Life You Imagine radio show. You know, there's a wealth of information out there. Just tap into it. Follow those proven principles and practices, and you will be on your way to live the life you imagine.
Thank you. So we're going to take a small commercial break, and when we come back, we will talk more with Harriet Freeman and learn how to get that A credit rating, and then we'll talk with Minister Maria Terry. And for our commercial break, it's me, Takia, again, and I just wanted to go over a couple of things that we have going on over the next couple of months. The first thing is December the 29th of 2018, we will be doing a vision board party. It is digital, so it's online, so that means that you can stay in the comforts of your home, in your PJs, and your eggnog, or your hot tea and coffee, and you can make a vision board. A vision board is something to plan out 2019, what your goals are, and make sure that you put your credit rating up there if you wanted to increase it. But you cut out pictures from magazines and newspaper articles. You can even draw things on there to make a vision board so that your goals for 2019 are visible, and that when you get up every day, you put the board somewhere where you can see it and you can make those dreams attainable throughout 2019. So, again, that's going to be on December the 29th, 2018, and it's from 3:30 to 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will go Facebook Live, and we will allow everyone that's also doing their boards to come on Facebook and chat with us and show us their boards as we all complete it and talk and just get to know each other. So it'll be a great fellowship and networking event that we're having on Facebook. So it's in the comfort of your own home, and you don't have to go out and get in the cold weather. So make sure that you check us out for that. Also, in September of 2019, we have a cruise. We're going to the Bahamas. So Life You Imagine is sponsoring a cruise to Nassau, Bahamas, September 20th through 23rd, 2019. The cost of it is $345. If you're in an interior, this is for a double occupancy. So if your interior room is $345 and $446 if you're on a balcony room. That's for double occupancy. We also have where you can get triple or quadruple roommates, and then the prices will go down per person. That does not include your airfare to Fort Lauderdale, Florida, where we'll be shipping from, or your lodging if you have to stay in Fort Lauderdale overnight. It just includes your cruise and your taxes. If you would like to join us on the cruise, please check us out on Life You Imagined. We have a Facebook page that we're putting everyone in so that we can communicate and prepare and, just get to socialize and network with each other before we get on the cruise. If you're a business owner, then you can bring some of your items with you for the cruise. We're going to have a social hour where we're networking and getting to know one another. So make sure that you bring your business cards with you and join us on the Life You Imagine cruise. We have a magazine that will be coming out in February of 2019. So if you've been on our radio show before, you can come on. We already have your pictures and your bio. So if you would like to be included in the magazine, just send us an email saying magazine info to lifeyouimagine@gmail.com or at info@lifeyouimagine@gmail.com. Again, put the subject magazine info, and we'll send you more info about how to get into our magazine in 2019. And that is all of the commercials that we're discussing today. And Mommy is here with us. Mommy, are you there? Did she hang up? Mom was out at an event, but she said that she dropped in. Mommy. Mother. Vanessa.
Let's paparazzi all of the $5. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
She's multitasking. We're going to give her a few more seconds, and then we'll continue on without her. Ma.
These gold, those is gold, and these are gold ones. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay, we're going to move on because she's busy right now at her event. Okay, so Ms. Harrian.
Yes.
Are you going to write any more books, or do you have any more books?
Yes, I'm writing another book, and it will be out the beginning of the new year. And I would definitely let your listeners know the title and when it's available for purchase.
Okay. Sounds good. So at the beginning of the year, she's going to have another book out to help us get out of debt and stay out of debt, hopefully, this time.
Yes, definitely.
Mom, are you there?
I am. Hello. Happy holidays to everyone. Hi, Harrian Freeman. How are you?
Hi, good. How are you?
Good. I'm so sorry I couldn't make the show tonight out at this event, at a professional networking event. Booking more shows and talking to more folks. But I really wanted to come on. I've had such a blast with Life You Imagine this year. It has been phenomenal. We're growing by leaps and bounds. And if you ever want to come back or you want to do a commercial on our show, you're more than welcome. We will Yes, tonight, once you finish with the interview, to do a review, because we got to start getting our reviews. But we have like 7 shows starting in January, so it is just amazing, the things that God is doing. Yes.
Awesome.
Yes. So, like I said, if you ever think about doing a radio show and just having a segment on credit, reach out to us, because that's definitely an area that we need to fix, in our community.
Yes, I totally agree.
Yes, and knowledge is power. And if we have the tools, with the radio show, it gives you such a broader audience, because you can get on and you're talking to people all over the world. So do think about that. But again, it's been a blast. I wanted to Kim, please mention the new shows that we're going to be launching in January, and tell everybody, because this is our last show before the holidays, so we won't come back until January the 8th. But again, happy holidays to everyone. Enjoy your holidays. Be safe. And I can't wait to come back in January. I love you guys.
Thank you, Mommy. We love you too. Enjoy
Mm-hmm.
yourself.
I will. Y'all have fun.
All right, we will. Talk to you soon.
Blessings. All right.
All right.
Bye-bye.
So that was Mom. She couldn't go one show without talking to you all, so she missed y'all. She's very dedicated. So she wanted me to tell you all about the shows that we have coming out. We have Jacqueline J. Smith. She will be the host of You Have the Power radio show. She will be on Thursdays at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 5:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. And again, her name is Jacqueline J. Smith with You Have the Power radio show. We also have Dr. Angela, and I'm trying to pull up the name of Dr. Angela's show. I lost it. Okay. Dr. Angela's show is called Inspire Today with Dr. Angela Nichols Young, and her show will be on Tuesday mornings at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you just call right into this number, 515-604-9292, to listen to either of those shows, along with the Twin Chronicles, who's on Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. Yes, Twin Chronicles is on Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. They talk about everything twins. Ever Growing radio show with Shalima is on Wednesday mornings at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then we have April and Vondale with Keeping It Moving. They talk about autism and how it affects children and parenting with autism and going to school with children with autism. So it's a really, really good show. And they have this fabulous skit that they do. You have to listen, and it's so funny every week. Vondale has someone else that is coming to visit, and they're hilarious. So you have to check them out on Wednesdays. So those are all the shows that we have coming up in 2019. And as my mom discussed, this is our last show for 2018 here tonight. So we're going to close it out with Harriet. We're going to ask Harriet a few more questions about credit, and then we're going to get Ministering Moments with Minister Maria. So, Miss Harriet.
Yes.
Okay, so anything else that we could do or that you could share with us about credit and repairing it?
Yes. So if you owe a debt, you want to, if you owe a past due debt, you want to call the original creditor to try to set up a payment plan. If it has been transferred to a collection agency, most people may not be aware that they have that option, but you can contact the original creditor and see if you can set up a payment plan with them to pay off the debt. If they refuse to work with you, then you will have to go through the collection agency to set up a payment plan and make sure it's something that you can afford, and make sure that you get everything in writing so that you have proof of the payment arrangement. And the best way to pay off past due debt is to send a cashier's check or money order. You never want to give a business access to your bank account, because they may take more money than the scheduled payments, or they may take twice the scheduled payment. They may take money after the payment arrangement has ended. And so to protect yourself, the best way is to just, like I said, send a cashier's check or money order to make those payments.
That's a really good point right there, definitely, because they be going in there just taking whatever they want. You're like, wait, I was supposed to pay that next week, and they done took $500. You'd be upset.
Exactly. And then it also protects you with identity theft. It reduces your chances of being a victim of identity theft.
Okay, that makes sense. So what do you think, do you recommend, because I know that they have like some companies that are out now, and everyone is like, oh, they'll charge you like $35 or $79, and they'll repair your credit. Do you recommend those types of companies?
Well, like with everything, you have to do your research. And so
Okay.
before you hire a service provider, you have to do your research on the company. You can call the company, ask for 3 references. Some companies are listed in the Better Business Bureau, but not every company is. So don't flag the company simply because they're not listed there, because it costs a fee, and not everyone is listed in that directory. You also can, ask your family and friends for referrals. You also can, just ask certain questions. How is my information protected? What is your process? What are the benefits of using your service? What is the difference between your company and, another company? Why should I work with you? Just ask those kinds of general questions. And then, go with your gut. When you're spending money, just go with your gut. Your gut will tell you, if you should do business with this company or not. So that's just the best way.
Okay, thank you. And so how do we stay in contact with you for more information?
Yeah, so I am on Facebook. I have a page, H.E. Freeman Enterprises, and I also have a page for my book, How to Get Out of Debt, Get an A credit rating for free. I'm also on LinkedIn under my name. If you search for my name, Harriet Freeman, and you can find me there. I also have a website, harrietfreeman.com, and then my email address is harriet@harrietfreeman.com. So I am a lot of places. If you want to call my office, that number is 855-529-6283. And again, the name of my book is How to Get Out of Debt, Get an A credit rating for free.
And it's found at Barnes Noble, Amazon, and
iTunes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm like, wait, I got to go back and flip through notes. Okay, so thank you very much, Harriet Freeman. Listeners, please go out and pick up her book and contact her so that she'll help you get out of debt. She's very resourceful. You're very welcome.
Thanks so much for having me.
Thank you so much for joining us. We really enjoyed you, and we've learned a lot of information from you tonight. We look forward to working with you in the future, and hopefully you'll come back and visit with us again. Thank you.
Yes, I definitely will in the new year.
Okay.
All right. Take care.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
And so now we're going to welcome Minister Terry. Minister Terry, are you with us tonight?
Yes, I am. Can you hear me?
I can. Hi, love. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm getting over a little cold, so I kind of sound a little raspy, but I am blessed. I have had a wonderful time listening to our guest on this evening, and got a lot of information. So I was very blessed by the broadcast on this evening. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm glad that you're feeling better with the cold.
Yes.
I was telling the listeners earlier that my husband and 2 of my kids are sick. I don't know what they're coming down with, but they have like body aches and sore throats, and I'm just like, oh.
Yes.
So,
yes. I was going through the same thing. I was kind of skeptical. I was like, oh, I talked to your mom earlier, and I was like, Vanessa, I was like, my voice was kind of scratchy. She said, oh, you can do it. I was like, yes, I can. So I've been feeding my cold, so I'm a little hoarse, but I hope all our listeners can hear me on this evening. I just have a very brief thing that the Lord has blessed me with. It's as a child does. It's coming from Matthew 19:14. Jesus said, let the little children come to me, and do not forbid them, for as such is the kingdom of heaven. Jesus invites us to approach God the way a child approaches his or her daddy. And how do children approach their daddies? I went to a school playground to find out. I heard requests, Daddy, can Tommy come home with me? I heard questions, are we going home? I heard excitement, Daddy, look what I did. Here's what I didn't hear. Father, it is most gracious of thee to drive thy car to my place of education and provide me with domestic transportation. I didn't hear formality or impressive vocabulary. I heard kids who were happy to see their dads and eager to speak. God invites us to approach him in the same manner. What a relief. We prayer wimps fear mispraying. What are the expected, adequate, and dress code of prayer? What if we kneel instead of stand? What if we say the wrong words or use the wrong tone? Jesus answers, unless you are converted and become a little child and become little children, you will by no means enter the kingdom of heaven. Matthew 18:3. Become as little children, carefree, joy-filled, playful, trusting, curious, excited. Forget greatness, seek littleness, trust more, strut less, make lots of requests, and accept all of the gifts. Come to God the way a child comes to his daddy, and you shall have the life you will imagine. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Minister Terry.
You're so welcome.
And will we be checking you out on the Bounce Back tomorrow?
Oh, yes, you will see me on the Bounce Back. I do the Bounce Back on Facebook Live. The Bounce Back with Minister Maria Terry. I do the Bounce Back. It starts at 7:30 a.m. Yes, yes, yes. And also April 27th, Healed and Whole Ministries. We will have the Bounce Back Experience service. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And that's on April 27th.
Yes, April 27th. We will have more information coming soon. Mm-hmm.
Good. And if you have not checked out the Bounce Back, you have to check it out. It is so good with Terry in the morning. And she gives you the greeting when you call it, when you go online with her. She gives you this prayer every day, and I just love it. So I try to catch her at least 3 or 4 times a week so that I can get my prayer from her every day because it really helps.
Yeah.
So definitely check her out tomorrow morning, you guys, at 7:30 on Facebook at Maria Terry.
Mm-hmm.
So this concludes this week's show. Next week is Christmas, and the following week is New Year's. Happy holidays from Life Your Imagine Broadcasting Network, and join us again in 2019 on January the 8th at 7 p.m. If you're listening in and you like the show, or there's something that you want to hear, or someone that you want to hear on our show and you haven't heard yet, please send us a message. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Periscope at Life You Imagine. So send us a message, an inbox saying that you want to hear from someone or hear about something so that we can give you what it is that you need in 2019. We're going to start the new year off right. We just got some information on how to fix our credit, get our credit together. So make sure that you're taking advantage of the information being provided to you. In January, when we come back, we have some health and fitness people that are going to be coming on and speaking with us, as well as some more business opportunities. And so just come back and tune in with us and make sure that you're following the steps. If you can't remember the information that's been put out or who the person is, please contact us and ask us questions. We'll be more than happy to connect you with them. Also look forward to our cruise, September 2019. We're taking deposits now until January the 15th of only $45 to secure your spot. And for double occupancy, it is $345 for an interior room, and a balcony room is $446, and that's for the entire cruise, where you eat as much as you want to eat on the cruise. And we're going to Nassau, Bahamas. So please check us out and join us as we fellowship and network with Life Your Imagine Network. Thank you, everyone, for listening to Life Your Imagine radio show. We are here each and every Tuesday evening from 7 to 8 p.m. Have a great night, a happy holiday, a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, and God bless you all. I love you. And Takia signing out.
All right. Good night.